Live your dreams, not your fears. So I'm cracking on. So I'm on the 5th day of my 4th week, so coming up to the end of the first month. And I've been examining 360 degrees of who I am and what's holding me back. I'm on a 12-week challenge that I've challenged myself, and I am the subject of this challenge to see why I cannot get my online course up and running. I've been wanting to do this for years. And I always have lots of ideas, but when it comes to the crunch, I seem to get really held back. And apart from anything else, it's really annoying. And even though I can do live stuff, I can do in the room, I can do on social media, I've done lots of trainings, never had a problem with any of that. But when it comes for me to write it down, plan it out, and record it, just me and the technology, get it uploaded to some sort of platform and put it out there, doesn't happen. And so I've been looking at things over the past few weeks and what might be holding me back, whether it's my past, whether it's my values, whether it's my way of planning and SMART goals. And this week I've been examining expressive writing just to kind of get inside of me and see if I can pull some stuff out and see if I can use it for leverage and my advantage. And so that's going along, and I'm quite surprised at how well that journaling went yesterday and today. And also, I mean, even when I wasn't feeling well this week, I still managed to get up and do it. So my consistency is there. So I'm really pleased at that. And in any case, that's not new. But in this particular issue that I'm tackling, it is. But I want to actually say that I've also started a different kind of journal, not an expressive writing, but a daily journal where I actually document what's happening to me at the present moment, what my moods are, what my goals are, and how I'm progressing. I think, though, the most exciting update for me is that I've actually started to write down and create my online course. And as we go through these weeks of the 12-week challenge, I imagine I'm going to share some of that with you as well. So I've already made arrangements for the kind of platform I'm going to put it up. I'm writing the content for it already, and then I'll kind of package it up and see if I can put it out there. So things are definitely moving in the right direction for this, and I already have lots of ideas for different courses already. If this formula works, if I can actually have a process that from A to B to C, I can actually have an idea, get it down, get it planned out, packaged out, and shipped out, that's what I'm really looking for. And I must say that dedicating just a small amount of time each day for doing this in small increments is really making a massive difference. And I mean a massive difference. It's about small increments. And why I've chosen myself as the subject and to share this with you is that this is what I do, right? And I want everyone to know that I'm doing it on myself too. That everything that I teach, everything that happens in my private clinic is only things that I've tried and tested on myself on a regular basis. I wouldn't ask anybody to do anything. that I haven't actually experienced doing myself. So if you're on your 12-week challenge, or you're thinking about starting your 12-week challenge, then from my experience up until now, 4 weeks into the game, things are beginning to take shape. And it takes work. And I have also my other day job on top of this. So I'm not just doing this. I've got my full-time work. And but I'm making space. I'm making space for these daily changes and adventure and being curious about how this is all going to turn out. And at the beginning, it's a kind of, totally unknown. But a month on, it's not totally unknown. I'm beginning to see tracks in the sand. I can look back and see, oh, you know what? I was back there then, and now I'm here now. So it's encouraging. I get definitely a positive reinforcement out of this. And I'm really looking forward to continuing. Who knows what's going to be in the journey in the following weeks. And tomorrow I'm going to summarize everything that I've done so far. But yeah, this is definitely an adventure. See you tomorrow.
Dov Benyaacov-Kurtzman has embarked on a 12-week daily live challenge to disseminate a mixture of knowledge, combining his hand-picked golden nuggets from his personal library together with his decades of experience and learning. He is doing this as a committed action to service his values of contributing and helping others, using himself as the subject of this exercise. Despite his feelings of awkwardness, anxiousness, and shame, which usually forms a barrier of uncomfortableness within, holding him back from accomplishing his goals. Dov Benyaacov-Kurtzman is an accomplished psychotherapist and clinical social worker with many years of learning and experience. And yet his self-disclosure of his vulnerability and openness is to demonstrate the human condition that we all experience from time to time. Disclaimer: the contents of this podcast, such as text, graphics, images, and other material contained on the podcast, are for informational purposes only. The content is not intended to be a substitute for professional advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your mental health professional or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding your condition. Never disregard professional advice or delay in seeking it because of something you have heard on this podcast.